everybody, welcome to number 4. Here we are. We just got finished with the dogs barking again.
It never fails.
That's right.
Like he was saying, it's been here for a while. Dogs haven't done nothing. We say hello, start the podcast, and
people coming and knocking on the door, dogs don't say nothing. All of a sudden, yep, we start, and all hell breaks loose. All right. What are we up to? What are we up to? Oh, we're on iTunes. You can get us on iTunes now. We have a place that's hosting us, and we're on iTunes. So if you are watching us on iTunes, hello, how you doing? If y'all are watching us from YouTube, hey, how you doing? Welcome to iTunes. We made it. I don't know, how hard was it?
Oh God, it was a nightmare. I guess it wouldn't have been a nightmare if, you know, I was kind of computer savvy, but I only know enough to be dangerous, so it was a challenge. But go to iTunes and give us some reviews. That's going to get us up there. So support us a little bit, guys.
Yeah, tell us you saw us. Tell us. Click the button. Whatever you do.
The more people write reviews, we can end up being on the front page, and then more people will see us. And the more that does that, then the more that sees us, and it's just a never-ending vicious cycle. And
cool. We could be famous. At least I think. All right. I guess we'll start with the news. What do we got from the news? All right. Here's my news from around the web. Fantasy Flight Games. Hey, do we know Fantasy Flight Games makes Dark Heresy, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
And what else do they make?
Oh, man, a whole slew of them.
Well, they are making a board game for the Warhammer. Not a miniature game, but a board game. And here it is, right from their website. It's designed by Eric M. Lang, award-winning designer of Call of Cthulhu and Game of Thrones card games. It's called Chaos in the Old World. It's a board game. It features 3 ways to win, gives you unparalleled opportunity to shape the world in your image. Now, this is from their site. Every turn you can corrupt the landscape, dominating its inhabitants, battling with depraved followers of rival gods. Each god has a unique deck of gifts and abilities and can upgrade their followers into the deadly foes. You can summon forth living manifestations of chaos, debased and hidden cultists, and horrifying greater demons. I guess you can play as one of the demons. I don't know who all the demons are. I know there's Nurgle, and there's Khorne, and there's Slaanesh.
I can't pronounce half the stuff that they got in there.
I guess you play as one of the chaos demons, and you just tear the hell out.
I'm an American. I can't pronounce their European newfangled language.
That's right. All right. It comes with a rule book, a game board, 45 high-quality detailed plastic pieces, 4 threat dials, whatever those are, 4 power sheets, 175 tokens, 125 cards, and 5 dice, and it's out this fall.
$345?
It's going to be expensive.
Oh, wait a minute. It's Fantasy Flight, not Games Workshop.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be all right.
Even for Fantasy Flight, I bet you it's going to be expensive, so we'll see.
Well, games are.
Yeah,
look at any board game nowadays. I mean, you used to be able to go to the store and pick up a board game, $5-10.
Yeah.
We ain't doing that shit now.
Yeah, not anymore.
I mean, it costs you $5-10 to get a deck of cards.
Yeah, what was the thing you bought that looked like it came in? It looked like it came in a satchel. What was that game you called about World War II? I mean, literally, the box was this big. What was it? Tied Iron. Tied's Iron. How much was that thing?
It was $70 or $80. Woo! And then I bought a couple expansions for another $40 or $50. Yeah, I've got a couple $100 in it, and we've never played it.
We'll review that one down the line.
I can't get through the rule book.
Really? Is it that big? The rule book? How big is it?
It's not as big as you would think, but it's
real detailed.
Yeah, and without playing the game, I think what we're going to have to do is sit down with the rule book and the board and play a demo game to try to figure it out, and then play our first official game. I think that is going to be the easiest way, because I keep going to sleep.
Okay. All right. Well, here's more in the news. This will be a little bit cheaper. Wizards of the Coast has announced that they have a new product called Plane Chase. And normally, Wizards of the Coast with Magic is a 2-player game. Now, they have different ones where you can play as teams, like 5-color, 2-headed giant, the Emperor. But this one's going to be totally for multiplayer. I don't know how they're going to work it, but it's supposed to come with specially designed cards. I think it's supposed to be like a 70-card deck, a special die. So we'll see. And that's coming out in September.
Huh.
And have you ever played Magic? Why don't you bring over some Magic cards? We'll play Magic.
Never played it.
I'm not real good at it. I get killed all the time.
I watched the guys, some of the kids, you know, in the game stores that would be playing it, and it never caught my eye. I was too much of a RPG player, and that just...
You spend a bazillion trillion dollars on that game too. You can't easily. You go out on eBay and take a look at how much cards are selling for, like the special ultra rare. Yeah, mine. I don't have that stuff. That's why.
So is it one of those games? The more money you spend, the better you're going to be.
You're damn right. Can't hurt. The more money you spend.
I know. The kid was watching Pokemon, one of my kids, and I see that they had the card game for it, and it looked like Magic, so I broke down and was gonna buy. I bought it and was gonna learn how to play with him, and I pulled this tin open, and the rule book was about that big, but it was about that thick, and you know, you needed a magnifying glass to read it, and I got about 5 pages in, my eyes started crossing, and I put it back in the tin, and
that was all she wrote.
That was the end of it. I gave the tin to the kids. Here, you guys can play with the cards, and yeah, I've never seen it again.
I hear that Yu-Gi-Oh game they play is even worse. I don't know how they do it, but man, I was like, okay, all right. More news. The new edition of Hackmaster is going to be coming out. That's from Kaiser & Company. We talked about that, I think, in our first or second review. They make Knights of the Dinner Table. And they used to make Hackmaster, which was a parody of Dungeons & Dragons. But now I guess they lost the license to that, so they're making their own original game. So this is going to be called Hackmaster Basic. And it's going to come out in the middle of summer, I think. And that is about it.
I've heard a little bit about it from some of the people.
What have you heard?
Good Armory.
Things? I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. I'd like to play it.
They were telling me that Hackmaster, the original, was rules heavy, and I guess this one they're trying to break away from that a little bit.
Make it a little bit better.
Yeah, a little easier.
The original Hackmaster, I think, was like AD&D's second edition. But they added some stuff to it, and
well, it started over the comic strip because they couldn't say that they were playing Dungeons and Dragons because then they'd have to pay TSR.
That's right.
So they made the parody Hackmaster, and all the fans kept saying, "Hey, you guys ought to make that. You guys ought to make that. You guys ought to make that." So they looked at how big the rule book was for Dungeons and Dragons, and I guess they just doubled it. I guess.
All right, the last but not least, remember how last time I told you that, what was that? What was that game I said that...
Infinity?
Not Infinity. No, I told everybody that it was out, and then they were beta testing it. They could get the rules online, and they couldn't. What was that?
War Machine.
Yeah, War Machine. So I felt bad because you can't get the rules anymore. So I actually found one. This is called Incursion, and it's a board game based on like alternate history, Nazis with zombies and stuff. And you can go to their website, Incursion.com, and go look, and you can get their rules for free. And it's a little miniatures game. I don't know if the little miniatures are out yet or not, but go take a look, tell me what you think, and get back to me. Yeah.
Well, maybe WarGaming.com's got that new game that they're coming out with.
What's that called?
It starts with a D.
Dawn or something? No.
Devastation or something. It's something like that. I'll look it up and.
Put it
maybe
somewhere.
the next show we'll have a link.
Yeah.
But they've got a set of rules. Go to miniwargaming.com and you can check out their because they've got it in beta. And the YouTube community didn't seem to like it right away. I mean, this is what I'm hearing from some of the people they were talking about.
That's kind of ambitious to make your own game right off the bat. I mean, especially if they got no experience to do it. They just say, we're going to make our game.
And gamers are phenomenal for hearing a new edition's coming out, and they will have it, the last nail in the coffin before the thing's even out.
Trashing the hell out of it before you play.
You know, hell no, change! You know, so... You got to think of how most gamers are, you know. They'll play the same character over and over and over and over and over instead of trying a new character class. You know, I guess
that's the fun thing about playing for me anyway. I like to play different characters. Like the one we're playing right now, I'm not really a fighter guy. I'm like a mechanic. I don't really do much anything. And my guy figured the first thing he's going to do is run away if shit hits the fan. And normally I play like the big fighter. So that's kind of fun. I think it was kind of a different way to role play. So I don't know.
Well, every now and then you just got to shake it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do something interesting.
You're not going to catch the glory days.